In terms of that, that covers it up in terms of the software, battery, and the outside. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both of these phones. Like I mentioned, the SE2 has that Apple A13 Bionic chip inside of it with 3 gigs of RAM. The iPhone XR has that Apple A12 Bionic chip inside of it with 3 gigs of RAM as well. So let's go see which one is the faster one between both of these. All right, so I guess this is the best we got for now. It's going to be a little bit of a work in progress, but hopefully with the next one I'll get better. Let's get into phone calls, 3, 2, 1. And definitely the SE2 was the faster one there. Hopping onto this one, let's get into their app stores, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the iPhone SE2 again was the faster one. Scrolling through, you can see pretty much the same scrolling speed. Let's just kind of get into here. Yeah, both of them are about the same, but definitely the XR was a little bit slower. Let's get into camera, 3. Let's just load up the camera in the back end. Let's just do that. Let's do photos, 3, 2, 1. And again, I think the SE2 was the faster one there as well. Hopping out of this one, let's get into stocks, 3, 2, 1. Always seems like a good one to get into. And the SE2 didn't have to get loaded to the panel, so I guess we'll kind of let this one slide as well. Although I still think the SE2 would have been faster. And let's just get into some of these third-party apps that I always have on all my phones. So let's get into Facebook, 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, the SE2 is a faster one. Let's get into Twitter, 3, 2, 1. And actually, the XR I think was the faster one there. Hopping out of this one, let's get into Stack, 3, 2, 1. And the SE2 was a little bit faster. The iPhone XR a little bit behind. Let's get into Snake versus Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And the SE2 was faster. iPhone XR again a little bit slower. Getting into some gameplay. Again, I don't know if there's going to be that big of a difference. I guess we'll look into it. And they both look almost about the same. Hopping out of this specific game, let's get into Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And the XR actually looked a little bit faster there, surprisingly. Let's get into Quizlet. Let's just skip that one, it's too far. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone SE2 does seem to be a little bit faster here. The iPhone XR, a little bit slower again, not that big of a deal, but it is something to consider. And the iPhone SE2 definitely far faster in this specific case. The iPhone XR was quite a bit behind. That was actually pretty surprising to me. That was probably the most apparent, speed difference in terms of both of them. Let's go and do something like, we can do Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1, although I think there's going to be a lot of issues here. We'll just see whichever one runs into an issue first. So we do have the pop-up on the iPhone SE2. So we'll just kind of let this one go. So there's already 50,000 issues. So I think definitely when it comes down to both of these, the iPhone XR was definitely a little bit slower, much slower than I thought. So if you're trying to get one of these for the speed, the iPhone SE2 is definitely the way to go. So in terms of that, that covers up the speed comparison. Let's go and hit on the cameras.